Hi, I'm Jennifer Perryman, and here's my audience. My son, my mother, my brother, and my sister-in-law, and my husband. According to the Anxiety and Depression Association, anxiety is the most common mental illness of the United States. Anxiety affects approximately 40 million, or 18% of the population of adults over the age of 18. Anxiety causes you to excessively worry. Nothing is too small for anxiety to kick that worry into overdrive. Anxiety causes you to be irritable, restless, always tired, you have difficulty concentrating, and anxiety makes life all around much more difficult to get through. I happen to be one of those lucky 40 million people who suffer from anxiety on a daily basis. I've had anxiety for as long as I can remember, but it did not get out of control until about a year ago. Today, I will talk to you about how anxiety has affected my health, my relationships, and how I have learned to manage my anxiety to live a better life. Let's go into how anxiety has affected my health. Anxiety has caused me so much stress that I have developed stomach ulcers and stomach cramps, which leads me to not being able to eat. There have been times that the mere thought or smell of food would make me physically sick to my stomach. This normally occurs when I am under a high amount of stress, and as Emeril Lagasse would say, my anxiety likes to kick it up a notch. Because of this, I have lost approximately 30 pounds. While I am not necessarily complaining, I know that the way that I have lost the weight is unhealthy. I also get more frequent migraines that are harder to treat. Because of my stomach ulcers due from anxiety, I am unable to take the medications I once took to combat these migraines. And now I have to go to sleep and just wait these migraines out. Now that you know how anxiety has affected my health, let me talk to you about how anxiety has affected my relationships. My husband would get the brunt of my anxiety-ridden panic attacks. When I would have these panic attacks, my brain would essentially shut down and I could not gather my thoughts to be able to tell my husband what was going on. This ended up leading us to both of us getting frustrated, and we would end up in stupid, petty fights. This put a strain on our marriage, and then I said enough was enough, and I had to go to the doctor to get this under control. I also avoided talking to my family while my anxiety was really high. It was very hard to talk to my family because I didn't want to speak. I was always a negative Nelly, which is the complete opposite of the person that I am. I love talking to my family, and I have a very bubbly and outgoing personality once you get to know me. I also get nervous going to new places and meeting new people. This gets so bad that I actually hide behind my husband or whoever is closest to me, and I stay behind that person and I don't speak to anybody. This leads me to not being able to meet new people, to make friends, or to go to new places. Now that you know how anxiety has affected my relationships, let me tell you on how I have learned to manage my anxiety. I was recently put on Zoloft, which was originally intended as an antidepressant, but researchers found that it combats anxiety along with other mental illnesses. It took a few weeks for the medicine to kick in, but once it did, I felt like a completely different person. The heaviness that I once felt on my shoulders is gone, and that impending doom feeling that I constantly felt for the most part is gone. During times of high stress, my anxiety will try to creep back into my life, but I have learned to know the signs that my anxiety is getting out of control. When my anxiety does get out of control and I can catch it early, I stop whatever it is that I'm doing, and I learned to take deep breaths and to try to clear my mind. And I have actually talked myself out of my anxiety attacks. I'm also working on communicating with my husband more. I'm not 100% at this, but I am a work in progress. Anxiety affects approximately 40 million people, and it's the most common mental illness in the United States. Anxiety can wreak havoc on your health, your relationships, and overall, your quality of life. Managing my anxiety has been a learning experience, and I'm glad that I've got it under control.